Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Branded by God podcast. I'm your host, Brittnee N. Smith. And listen, if you're new here, welcome. That's about as much togetherness as y'all gonna get for the rest of this episode, but welcome to the show. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Welcome back. We've been rocking out all summer long. And today's episode, I have a special guest. I know I say that every episode, but they are all special in their own right. And as you know, it is the summer of motherhood, ministry, me time, more of God, margin, all the M's. Okay, all the M's. And we've been talking with our sister friends and all the things. So this episode is definitely for those of you who have that fun-loving little sister who is about the business of the Lord. Okay, she is coming up and doing all the things, but she just matches energy. She is me and me is she, and we are we. We are the us's of the world. And so I want to welcome to the show Miss Noelle Jeffries. Noelle, welcome. Welcome,
Hi,
welcome, welcome.
Birdie by God. Summer.
Yes, 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 yes. And so I'm gonna let her introduce herself in her own words. So Noelle, tell us who you are, what you do.
Okay, family. So I am a 26-year-old entrepreneur. I am a mom to be, wife to be.
Mhm.
I am a minister of the gospel, bless God. And that ministry, it does show up differently. Being a business owner is, number one. And then, it just trickles down into other areas with young adults and, yeah, so that's me, college graduate, Delaware State University, year of 2021. So I am 5 years out of college.
Mm.
And definitely, yeah, just fully emerging and walking myself into womanhood
Yeah, I
with
love
God, of
it.
course.
I love it. Such a rich time in our lives.
Yes.
And I can imagine that all those who are listening who are further down the road, further down the line, are thinking back to, man, what was I doing at 26? Surely I wasn't living on my own and having my own business and doing all the things.
Yeah.
So I wanna start with, I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. You are doing all the things, and it's such a beautiful and refreshing thing to see and hear that, there are people out there that are on the right track, and you are on the right track, especially having God the way you do in this stage of life is a game changer. It's a game
Hallelujah.
changer.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
talk about where you are with God and like the freedom that you have in flowing with him. Like what has that been like in this season?
Absolutely. I love this question because I am an affirmed daughter, okay? We done went all the way back to the garden, reconcile, redeem some things. And now, and I think about the leaves specifically, right? When they covered up. But now, like you said, that freedom, right? That I've been ushered into and can really live in and out now. It's just been a blessing. So that kind of touches on like where Yahweh and I are currently. Again, I'm free to build. I'm free to almost dare I say like free to marry, right?
Mhm.
Free to really partner with God in the life that He has predestined for me. So I'm literally just like not only collecting rocks, but like step by step, just seeing like this overall plan and picture that He's put in place at the beginning of time for me. So yeah, we're just uncovering that together, and it really is like a child opening gifts on Christmas Day. You're like, "Oh, Dad, look at that!" And then you move up a couple steps, and it's like that too. And so yeah, I am really just a daughter. I'm such a daughter.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so with that, now give us the backdrop of where you are in life, because I feel like it's
Mm,
important to, now that we have that imagery, right, of the daughter opening gifts and like, Daddy, yay, thank you so much. I want to now put that up against or alongside of the moves you've been making and how the fatherliness matters with the moves that you're making.
absolutely, love this question too. Um, so where I am in life, I guess naturally earthly realm, is I am, I'm not in the wilderness, but I am thrown off a little far because I've moved to another state. And Brittnee, I'm in my prayer closet. This is a brand new home. So I am just in a position of a lot of I don't know. At the same time, I know who's in control, right? I know who's, writing this story or has written it, but I get in a space of like isolation almost because I'm so far from my family. I'm literally 14 plus hours away from them. So, moving to a new city, new state, having to build again, like start over, develop friendships, find food, find, a local grocery store with the right prices, because baby. So,
Girl.
yeah,
Hmm.
I am definitely in a season, excuse me, of singleness, and it's not always easy,
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell us about your business. The
Yeah.
reason that you relocated.
Yes, let's talk about it. Look, this shirt literally says, "Ask me about my business."
Oh, and
Yeah,
did,
y'all in
yes.
my business. No, so the business is a car wash that I've been blessed to inherit from my late father. So legacy building, wealth capital, that is a industry, right, that the Lord has ushered me into by way of this inheritance. I did inherit it undone, right? So my dad literally passed mid-project, like unheard of, like SBA and just all of the moving parts. Like nobody knew what to do.
Yeah.
When you say somebody died mid-project and there's all of this almost like money on the line, right? So I had to like fill into dad's shoes very quickly.
Mhm.
Obviously now it's 2026, summer specifically, but dad passed summer of 2024. So you can see, obviously, it's been like a gradual thing. These past 2 years have been really anchored and getting in position to be positioned here now. Amen. But yeah, so car wash industry, I am a part of 3% of black people. Yeah, there's only a 3% section of black people in this industry. So we always stick out when we're like at car shows and gatherings and things like that. So it just really is a untapped into market for us specifically, but definitely a bunch of capital, and I can't wait to obviously just share with our people, right, like how entrepreneurship has impacted my life forever. And it's a really exciting, again, lucrative business, because you get to like be creative, like, obviously with your brand coloring and washes that you offer and stuff like that. So people get to see like not only the family, but the fun part come out in the grand opening in the months ahead.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. And of course, when you think about your age, you're a woman, you're black, you love Jesus, all the things. And then, like you said, the car wash industry, right? Like that's not,
Girl,
you don't take all those things and then think car wash industry.
right.
And I liken that to, I liken that to what God has always had planned for you. You know what I mean? Like you always stood out. And if anybody could handle standing out in business, it is you who is used to standing out, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. And so I want us to now talk to those of us who are we just stand out wherever we go,
Yeah.
whether it's our personality, whether it's how we look. Most times, I would say it's our personality that makes us like stand out in a room full of bumps on a log, if you will. So talk about that part of it. Like when people meet you and you tell them what you got going on, some of the responses and some of the reactions that you get.
Yeah, this is so good because it took me a minute, guys, to get settled in it fully. Um, because yeah, you're in a male-dominated industry, and these guys, first of all, their family. they own about, three of them. They're third generation owners. So this is, they grew up around, this industry and like the moving parts of a wash. Me coming in with no experience at all. It was initially challenging. But through it all, like I've just learned to be myself. Like the Lord had just really dealt with me like, no, you're supposed to be here. Like, so, those reminders and those nudges, especially like when you're in the place, it's either you're gonna submit to them or you're gonna like, stiff neck the Lord. And obviously he gave me a lot of grace, right? Because I was in grief a little bit, like going into these spaces. So it would be like, I don't want to say resentment per se, but it was almost like difficult, right? To kind of like stand up and stand out right now when it's like I don't even know anything about this place.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like being a standout initially anyway, it can be difficult, but the more anchored you becoming yourself, the more settled you becoming yourself, you'll realize that no, obviously I add value to this space, or again, like I am appointed to be here.
Yeah.
There is as much room as I desire there to be for me to, occupy space here. So, yeah, just again, being settled in myself has been the biggest thing around it all.
I love it. I love it. And what comes to mind is us being the light and the salt of the earth.
Oh, yes.
You don't add salt to something if you want it to stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so with God adding you to these different spaces, it's because he doesn't want it or you to stay the same.
Amen.
And that's what I've learned being the us's,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
being silly in a serious world, being,
Surely.
colorful in a black and white world, being a believer and a lover in a not believing and hating world.
True.
It's like sometimes being you feels exhausting because
Yeah.
it's easier to go with the grain. It's easier to do what everybody else is doing. It's
Yes.
easier to say, you know what? I'm good. Y'all can have this. I'm gonna just go do hair. Like,
Hmm.
I don't
Or
know.
even I even think of like how you can like morph into like the environment. Like you can kind of just adapt to like
Yeah,
whatever's going on in the room. And that obviously that's not always healthy because like what do people like again like get from that? Like you're supposed to when you show up as yourself, you give other people permission to do the
absolutely.
same as you have for me. But
Absolutely.
but yes, it's very true. Cut corner people. Oh my goodness, y'all. I had dealt with so much, I don't know, just kind of like the idea of what success looked like and literally whom it looked like. In my
Mhm.
mind, I'm looking at a gentleman, who's Caucasian with the suit and tie, Market Street walking, or Wall Street walking. But yeah, and I think about like even American societal like brainwashing, right? That we kind of experienced. And God is like, well, no, actually, I'm putting you in a position to be a CEO. Like, oh, you. So, yeah, just again growing up to the role, the Lord has been really kind and just patient with me around it all, and reminded me that I am there to take up space.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Take up space. That's one of our songs, yeah.
But I literally just heard that one for the first time, I think, yeah, today.
What?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
I know authentic really well. I'm authentic. Yeah, yeah.
I love it so much. I love it so much. So, one of the things that I want to also highlight, right? Like you're in the branded and called program, right?
Yeah.
And what did you sign up for versus what has it turned out to be?
This is a good one. I signed up for, I didn't really know how it was going to go. I thought maybe you would literally just kind of like be like classroom style almost. So I am so glad that, it came with workbooks, it came with, the journal, and just really that intimate, deep work, to really, push women, daughters of God, entrepreneurs, whomever. I think, anybody could get it, right? But yeah, I think about just that intentional work actually that the 90-day program has established. Oh, yeah, that was my package. Say so, Lord.
Uh-huh.
Get that established package, y'all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
okay, listen, I'm gonna let the the hostess talk about that. But yeah, no, it was a really, again, like an intentional work that you yourself have to commit to, because I think about like some of the sisters, right, that I've been in this cohort with, and how like excited and egregious, actually we were to like complete this work. Like, no, we can get exactly what we want from this program. So just seeing like some of the writing prompts, just seeing like, the intentionality behind like the content strategy and stuff like that, it's been very impactful for my business. Like the Lord be on my shoulder, like, did you do your homework? Like, did you? And
Ah,
I see exactly why, because there's so much value in that program, like a step-by-step guide that I don't think that you could really get elsewhere. And with the access not only to others, but the teacher or the leader in such a way that is supportive. Just really blessed by the experience.
I'm that blesses me. Because when you put something out there, and even me, I had an idea of how I thought it was gonna go. But
Mhm.
you said it, you ladies committed to
Yes.
the process.
Hmm.
And I would even venture to say, like, I've been in programs before, and there would be prompts and different things. I'm like, get to it. But when you really engage, that's where the transformation takes place.
Yeah.
And so already the program has exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to like throw y'all out there. Like,
A whole coming out party is next.
yes,
And right, even that, like it just gave us things to like look forward to. Like there is a lot of, just positioning that comes with the group overall. Like again, your position with co-laborers now who built relationships with, you network with them, you can, call them up to for any like further support. So I know firmly that, what we've cultivated in that space is gonna, echo into our lives, our businesses, and really just put us ahead in leadership.
yeah. And that you said it earlier.
Mm,
Once you're settled in yourself, you're able to move freely and be all that God has created you to be. Like your brand could change. You could start other businesses, you can do other things, but who you are authentically
yeah,
is the gold
yeah.
that is going to make anything you do successful. And so I think now that I've seen it and watched it,
Mm,
that is one of the selling points, if you will. It is helping you get rooted
hmm.
and established
Hey now.
in who God has created you to be internally so that you bring her to every table.
Yeah.
You are the it factor, Noelle. Like you
Hmm.
are it. So you can go start a bakery.
Listen, it factors make it factors. I've learned that. I'm just saying. Just saying.
It's a thing. It's a
Yes.
thing. And so that's also why it's imperative that you connect with people
Mm,
that see you for who you are,
yes.
that have been where you are, that appreciate who you are, and encourage you and validate you in being who you are.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate meeting a Noelle.
I think about, I have to mention this because not only was I was the last one to register for the conference.
You were. You got
Right?
in there. I don't
I,
know how, but you
listen, the Lord just, they're like, can you get that ticket? And I'm like, okay, fine. So I got the ticket, and then y'all, I ended up being the first person to sign on to the cohort. And I knew that it was just a program that I needed to be a part of, considering everything, that I just told you guys, like 2024, at age 2024, you inherit a car wash. What do you do with it?
yeah.
What
Yeah.
do you do with it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just firmly knowing that it was, God ordained for me to be linked up with you and all that you have to give.
Absolutely. And again, honored, again,
Yeah.
honored. But even that story, it makes me want to encourage you and everyone listening all the more that you have to do. what God put in your heart to do.
Mm, so
Hosting
good.
a conference, y'all,
Talk about it.
I was like, I'm used to supporting other people's events. I'll do your
Mm,
graphics, I'll MC, I'll serve chicken, I'll
right.
all the things. Like I
Yes.
will do all the things and support your efforts and what you're doing. But when God told me I was supposed to have a conference and be the face of it and
Mm,
host it and do all the things, I was like, I
Ooh,
don't
daddy.
know. Like I know I could,
Right,
but
right.
who am I?
Oh,
Who am I to gather these women? Who am I to get these speakers up here? Who am I to do any of it? And so there were times along the way, Noelle, I wanted to quit. I'm like, yeah, this ain't working.
mhm.
Up until I want to say February, I only had 3 tickets sold. The conference
Wow.
is in April. And in February, I had 3 tickets sold. Them same tickets been sold since November. And I'm
Mm.
like, well, Lord, looks like it wasn't supposed to happen. But every time I came around to putting it down, God was like,
Devil is a
I told you.
liar.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Like
Mhm.
he's like, I told you to do this. And so the closer we got, I'm like, God told me to do this. Like the place was
Mm.
a couple $1,000. And the plan that I had was if I sell X amount of tickets at X amount of price, this is all gonna be covered.
Mhm.
It ain't work out like that. And so the
Mm.
closer we got, that bill was looking at me like, what you
Yeah.
finna do? But
Yeah.
God was like, I told you to do this.
Yeah.
And so in hindsight, it's like, okay, if it's his will, it's his bill. And
Amen.
he's going to make a way for it to get done. Because had I not, I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now.
Right.
Had I
My
not,
God.
I would not see Hope and Jackie and all the
Mm.
things that they're posting. And
Yeah.
Rhonda finished her book. And I'm just
Jesus.
like, to God be the glory for all of it. But
Yes.
you are proof
Mm-hmm.
that we have to say yes and give God our full and total yes because there are Noels waiting to be set
And
free
and and
and
and
all the things.
And this is very imperative because, like you said, that yes, because I remember sitting in a meeting recently, and I'll be transparent and say I didn't show up in the way that I needed to, and as the CEO, as the one who's literally cutting checks for the people, and I'm the one shrinking in the room. Huh, where did they
Yeah.
do that
How
at?
about that? Yeah.
King David, where are you? But no, anyway. I think about how I felt so convicted, not only in the moment, like just like disappointment had arisen, but I think about literally how I felt the people behind me. Like I felt like there were people behind me waiting for me to show up, waiting for me to be anchored here so they can have the position to sit in the same place and space.
Yeah.
And that's just a memory that I have, and it's just that yes is everything. It's everything
Yeah.
to someone, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
everything. And I believe firmly that obedience is for you. Like obviously, like it's for others. You know, the Lord, He works everything out. But I believe that obedience is for us too. There's always a revelation that comes up for you solely in the process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And even with that, um, the theme of the conference was bloom. And I'm like, I want y'all to bloom. Everybody
Yes,
bloom.
yes,
But
yes.
it was also about me blooming,
Come on.
stepping into what I've always seen.
I I have something to say. I have something
Yes.
to say. And that is that first of all, we gotta look up bloom in the Greek and Hebrew because
Oh my.
I promise you, I bloomed. That's it. And I mean in womanhood. I mean as a businesswoman. I mean as a daughter. I mean just in the kingdom, in the earth, I have been established truly and I have bloomed. So
Yeah.
I've been wondering, literally within the past 24 hours, I've been thinking like bloom, like I have bloomed, like I have grown so far outside of myself. Like
Yeah.
I just came from the car wash not too long ago, like a couple minutes ago. No, she's not open yet, but she will be October 2026. But I think about how one of the women at the conference, I believe she was the MC too. I know she's from North Carolina. Yeah,
Ebony.
one of the homegirls.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome woman of God. But she talked so highly of you. before you came up, and she said how you literally had girded up your loins and you pushed like and you have pushed and you just didn't give in. And I just think about that physical picture near that she gave us, Brittnee, of your commitment to God's will. That it sits on me. Like it literally sits on me because I am in that pushing, I am in that birthing. And I always go back to that memory of Brittney pushed. You get what I'm saying? Like, and not even just like Brittney pushed, but a woman. Like, I just have the thought of like a woman who pushed and really just saw things through. So I am very grateful.
Girl, I just put these
I
links
know, I
on.
know,
Nothing.
I know.
Woo! Woo! He's here. He
Yeah,
is here.
yeah, he made it.
No, thank you for sharing that. And of course, to God be the glory. Because we don't
Memory unlocked.
core memory, yes. Um, but seriously, because it'll be those moments that you need to remember for the next baby.
Say so.
You know what I mean? There are bigger things. Like I'm like, yup, next year we're gonna be in ATL for the Branded by God conference. And I ain't
Mhm.
talking about like I've got things, but he's like, and so okay, mothers in the room, y'all know after the first baby, when the next one comes, you're like, all right, cool. And it's not that it's easier, but the experience that you have helps you to navigate the situation a little bit differently. There's a swag about you. There's a confidence
Come
about you.
on.
You
There's a
still got to push.
preparedness. There's a now a
Yeah.
preparedness about it all.
And there's nothing that prepares you like experience.
Mm.
And so for us, as we are, and the other thing is, you mentioned blooming.
Mm-hmm.
Flowers in a field, right? They bloom, then the petals fall, and the season changes, and then the year comes
Mm.
around, and then they bloom again.
Yeah.
Never the same flower, the same type of flower, but never the same actual flower. And it's a cycle.
Mm.
So our blooming is going to keep happening as long as we stay what rooted, right? As long as we stay in the light of the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, come on, Holy Ghost. Not
Work it.
only that, the bees come and they take what
Mm.
you have and they sprinkle it all around.
Yeah.
There's more of you that pops up in the lives of other people. Like, I
And
didn't realize. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go
no,
ahead.
no, no. I was just gonna say this Girl Bloom is literally playing in my head. I believe I listened to that before like we maybe before we started this or like right before we started this. No, actually I was listening to Told Y'all I Was Gonna Bump Like This because y'all, I'm telling you, it's just like you bump like this when you've been established and anchored.
Yeah,
But Girl Bloom is just playing in my mind. I just
I
wanted to
love
throw
it.
that in.
Jump into it.
Yeah, yeah. Girl Blue. Oh my,
Yes.
is that your entry song on here?
No, it's not, but it
No,
probably should be.
right. It's such a fun song.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
y'all,
goodness.
she's referring to the Branded by God soundtrack that we created specifically for the conference experience, but I'm going to link it in the show notes so that you guys can grab a hold of it.
You need to.
Because it really is like that's what I wanted. I wanted to give us an anthem, like literally a life soundtrack that you could just put on all the songs and just let it run.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so much noise in the
Mm.
world. And you know, we as a part of the culture, we like to fill the space with sound. So
Mm-hmm.
let it be sound that was specifically tailored to fill your spirit, specifically tailored to encourage who you are and who you're
To
becoming.
empower.
So it's
I feel
important.
empowered when I listen. Like
Yeah.
obviously, no, I am that girl. I am that girl.
And is.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I love all of this. So
Yeah.
how do we land the plane? Because we really could just be here
We could be
and
here.
just chop it up,
Yeah,
all
I
the
know, I
things.
know. And
So,
we rattled so much in the beginning too, and
yes,
it's just like we could go.
yes, we could go. We could go. So let's land the plane here. I want you to tell us and be as specific as you can what you're looking forward to in this next season. Now that you've been filled up and anchored and established. And I mean, of course, he's ever establishing us. But with what you've gained in the last 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I am looking forward to Forbes 30 under 30. I actually said that. I know you remember, Brittnee, when we did the shoot. So again, another point to the whole Branded by God cohort program. There's a photo shoot involved. So, listen, the Lord, what he say? He equipped the call. Baby, we
Hello.
equipped.
Everything you need.
Um, equipped. No, but as I, sat there and took, got those images taken of myself, Forbes 30 under 30, excuse me, came to mind. And there's no reason why I can't. There's literally no reason why I can't. So I know, grit, I know consistency, I know discipline is a part of my journey greatly. And that is firmly what I've committed to, right? I've already made the move to Atlanta to open the wash. There's just no looking back.
Yeah.
To kind of answer that and then write the vision and make it plain. So again, that still kind of ties into the 30 under 30 cap. Write the vision, make it plain. I'm going after every business pursuit that God has ever imparted into my brain and heart. So yeah, we're just gonna be leaping over walls.
I love it. I love it. So, y'all heard it here first on the Branded by God podcast. Noelle Jeffries, Forbes 30 under 30.
Yes.
And she has plenty of time, auntie in the spirit, whatever. We're cheering for you. We are cheering for you. If you are in the Atlanta area, like go ahead, take your car. Like, I don't care if you're on the other side of town.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep y'all posted on the grand opening, all the things, and y'all gonna bring y'all car. I'm going down there. I'm gonna rent a car to
Yeah.
take through the car wash,
Yeah. Yeah.
to support what she is doing. And then we didn't even get into the minister side, minister of the gospel side. Like that's another episode for another
Yeah.
day. Like we have more to talk about, but I want to
Yeah.
land the plane right there that Noelle has plans
Mm.
and God has plans for Noelle, but she is giving God the biggest yes of her life, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Pack up everything. Forget everything you've ever known. Yeah, but we got to get into the, on the next one, the menses. We could get
Ooh,
into. Yeah.
yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah, we have a lot in store. So thank you for having me today.
My pleasure, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in. I know you got something out of this. I know you know another young woman that needs to sit down with us in this episode and just be encouraged and be inspired. Like, I really do believe that now is the time for entrepreneurship. And we live in a world that you don't have to wait until you're 45 to get started. Like
Mm.
there is no limit. There
Yeah.
is nothing but opportunity, and all you need is an idea
Mm-hmm.
and the favor of God.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Amen.
it. So thank y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all next time for another episode of the Branded by God podcast. Bye.